Hi, welcome to Ramnathim Ganitchala. Today we are going to discuss percentages. Now, you know about percentages or you have heard about percentages since you were a child. Maybe in grade 1 or grade 2 or grade 3, right? You may not know or you might not have known then what exactly percentages are, but you would have heard your parents saying, my son got 80 percentage, how much percentage your daughter got, oh my daughter got 95 percentage, and that's very good, your son is studying hard, he got 99 percentage. So you have heard about percentages since you were a kid. You might not have known what they mean, but definitely parents have been talking about it. Even now, you would complain, your parents may complain that your friend got 95 percentage and look at you, you lazy bones, you have only got 80 percentage, right? So let's see what actually percentages are, right? So lazy bones, if you are ready, let's get going in today's session. And actually, that I was just kidding, you guys are not lazy bones, because you are watching this video, I am sure you are doing something fruitful. Okay, all right. So what do you mean by percentage? Percentage. Okay, so let's talk about percent. All right, when I say 80%, it means 80 per cent. Okay, now what is cent? Cent means 100. So what it essentially means, 80 per 100. Cent is nothing but 100, right? So on 100 you got 80. So 80 per 100 can also be written as 80 out of 100. Okay, cent means 100, so 80% means 80 per 100. It also means 80 out of 100. All right, now you would have studied fraction, correct? You studied fractions, and when we say that fraction is nothing but a part of the whole. Now can I also say, okay, 80 out of 100 also means 80 parts out of 100 parts, right? In that case, can I not express this as a fraction like this, 80 by 100? So this is essentially what I have done is, I have converted percent to fraction, correct? I started with 80%. Okay, then I said 80% means 80 out of 100, because cent is 100, and 80 out of 100, if you look at from a fraction point of view, it is like 80 parts in 100 parts, right? So I can express this as 80 by 100. So in a way I converted percent to fraction. Okay, now if I divide this, okay, percent to, okay, let me just divide this. 80 by 100 is nothing but, remember, it is 0.8. 80 by 100, right, is nothing but 80.00, and when you divide anything by 100, you move the decimal to the left. 100 means there are two zeros here, so you move the decimal 2 places to the left. So this becomes 0.00, okay, 1 decimal, 2 decimal, it comes here. So it becomes 0.8000, does not matter, which is same as 0.8. You can ignore this zeros on the right. You have studied this in the previous chapter. So it is 0.8, which is nothing but I have converted percentage to decimal, right? So great. So now in 4-5 minutes I have explained you what you mean by percent, okay, and I have showed you how to convert percentage to fraction like this, and how to convert percent to decimal. Okay, good. So we'll solve some problem. All right. Also, one more point I would like to point out, right? Percent is also the numerator of a fraction whose denominator is 100. So, this is denominator, right, of a fraction. Let me just rub this out. So, this is a fraction, this is the numerator, and this is the denominator. Percent is also the numerator of a fraction whose denominator is 100. So, is this denominator 100? Yes. So, 80, this numerator is the percent. So, that means 80%. I can straight away denote this as 80%. We started with 80%, right? So, this actually means 80%. Now, what if, let me ask you, what if it is 3 by 5, right? In this case, it is a fraction, okay? Is 5 100? 5 is not 100. Let me make it 100, okay? So, I multiply both the numerator and denominator by 20, right? I multiply both the numerator and denominator by 20 so that I get a denominator as 100 and I get some other number as the numerator. So, this becomes 60 by 100, right? So, 3 by 5 is what percentage if somebody asks you, right? What I did was I multiplied both the numerator and denominator by 20. I made it 100 here and this became 60. So, percentage is also the numerator of a fraction whose denominator is 100. Denominator is 100, yes. Then the numerator is a percentage, is nothing but 60%. So, 3 by 5, when you convert it, this fraction, when you convert it into percent, this is 60%, right? I hope you understood it, right? I made the denominator 100 and the numerator is nothing but the percentage. Okay, all right, that's good. Let's move on. Let's try some examples, okay? Should be pretty easy. Now that you have understood, should not be difficult. All right. Okay, so what is the next question? Okay, let's convert from percent to fraction. Okay, the first one, 25%. Can I say, as we said, 25 by 100? I can, right? Because the same part, 25 per, okay, by the way, this is the percent sign, right? This is the percent sign. Percent is denoted by this symbol, okay? So, I hope you knew it already, but yeah, I missed it so far. So, this is the percent sign. So, 25%, I just write it in words, percent is nothing but 25 per 100. So, 25 parts in 100 parts. As a fraction, I can express this as this. So, straight away I am writing it here. Okay, I hope that was clear from earlier part which I explained. Now, we can divide it into, we can divide this, right? This is nothing but, let me just 5 into 5 into 2 into 2, correct, no? I am going to divide the numerator and the denominator for common. So, this 5 gone, this 5 gone, this gone, this gone. So, it is nothing but 1 by 4. Now, this is the fraction in its lowest form, right? 25 by 100, I made it into its lowest form, which is 1 by 4. So, I converted 25% into fraction, okay. Let us take another example, 0.3%, right? 0.3 percentage is same as 0.3 by 100. Is it right? The same analogy, any percent, it becomes like 25% becomes 25 by 100. So, 0.3% becomes 0.3 by 100. Okay, now what do we do? So, I do not want a decimal in the numerator. So, what I do is I multiply both the numerator and the denominator by 10. So, this becomes 3 by 1000, right. So this is in the fraction form. Okay, let me take one more, 18.2 percentage. Okay, so this was the second one. Let me take the third one, 18.2%, same as 18.2 by 100. I don't want decimal in the numerator, right? So I multiply both numerator and denominator by 10, right? This becomes 182 by 1000, and we can weed out some of the common parts. So this becomes 291, 291s are, and this is 500. So this is 91 by 500 is the fractional equivalent of 18.2%. Okay, that is the thing. All right. All right. So this is done. Let's move on. Let's move on to the next part. Let's move on to the next part. Let's convert fractions to percent. Okay. Let's do some examples wherein you are given a fraction and you convert it into percent. The very first example is 1 by 3, right? 1 by 3. Okay. So actually what I want is, I want something in the denominator and something in the numerator, right? Then I can say percentage is the numerator when the denominator is 100, right? Then I can say it is nothing but n percentage. Alright, but now here we have 3. What do we do? Let's see what we can do. It's nothing but 1 by 3. Okay. I divide both numerator and denominator by 3. Okay. I give the same treatment to both, so that what happens is, the value of the fraction will not change. So this becomes 1 divided by 3 and this becomes 1, no? 3 divided by 3 is 1, alright. But I need 100 here. So now what I do is, okay, I divide 3 by 1. I multiply both by 100 by 100. Right? So now this is 1 divided by 3 into 100 and 100. Is it right? Does this make sense? Okay. So now you have 100 in the denominator and you have this mathematical expression in the numerator. If I solve this, this is nothing but the percentage. Okay. So can I write this as, what is this? 1 divided by 3 into 100. 1 divided by 3 into 100, if you want to do BODMAS, do it. 0.333 into 100 is 33.33, correct? No, it is nothing but 33 1 by 3, correct? This is what you should get. It is nothing but 100 by 3 only, right? It is nothing but 100 by 3. If you see, it is, if you want to see, 1 divided by 3 is nothing but into 100. So it is 100 by 3 is 33. If you convert it into mixed fraction, this is what you will get. So can I write, I'll write it here. Can I write 33 1 by 3 by 100? The numerator is 33 1 by 3. Okay. Percentage is the numerator when the denominator is 100. So denominator is 100, yes. So numerator is 33 1 by 3 percent. That should be done. Okay. All right. Hope this is okay. Let's move on to the next one. Let's move on to the second part. 5 by 4. 5 by 4. Now I want 100 in the denominator, right? So what I can do is, I can multiply both numerator and denominator by 25, correct, no? Because this will make numerator as 125, denominator as 100. If denominator is 100, numerator is, that is a percentage, so it is 125 percentage. Done. All right. All right, sounds good. Now let's convert percentage or percent to fractions. No, I beg your pardon, percent to decimals, right? Shouldn't be difficult. We'll quickly go to 2 or 3 examples. Percent to decimals. Okay, so first problem, 77% is nothing but 77 by 100. Can I say 77, it could be 77, and the moment you have 100 in the denominator, you want to divide, you take the decimal in the numerator 2 places to the left, because there are 2 zeros in the denominator, 1 followed by 2 zeros. So this becomes 0.77. That's it. How about the second one? 3.5%. Okay, 3.5% is same as 3.5 by 100. Correct, no? Now you have to take the decimal 2 places to the left. So this becomes 3.5, 1 place, 2 place. So final decimal resting place is here. So this is nothing but 0.035 is the decimal equivalent of 3.5%. All right, so this is fine. I think you understood this. Let's do decimal to percent. Okay, the other way around. Decimal to percent. All right. So what is the first problem we have? 0.025. Now what I want to do is, I want to somehow bring 100 in the denominator. Okay, then the numerator becomes a percentage. Okay, so 100 into 100. Okay, so this becomes, if you are multiplying any decimal with 100, you will, the decimal place, the decimal point would shift 2 positions to the right. So this becomes 1 place, 2 place. So it comes here, and the bottom is 100. So which is nothing but 2.5 by 100. And if the, in a fraction, if the decimal is 100, the numerator is the percentage. 2.5 percentage. Done, finished. Okay, so it's 2.5 percentage. Percent rather. How about 1.25? 1.25. Okay, let me convert this. Let me multiply both the numerator and denominator by 100, because I want 100 in the denominator, and then I will say, I will bring 100 in the denominator, then I will say numerator is the percentage. So this becomes 1.25, and the decimal moves 2 places to the right. Okay, and this is 100. It's nothing but 125 by 100 is 125%. This denominator is 100, so numerator is the percentage value, that is 125%, right? Now that was pretty simple. So here we explained how to convert decimal to percent. All right, that's good. Let's move on to some other type of problems that you may encounter. Now these are some of the types you may encounter, wherein they will tell you convert percent to fractions, convert percentage to decimals, and vice versa in both cases, right? There are some other type of problems that you may encounter. We'll do that now. Sometimes you get a problem of the type x% of y is how much. Okay, let's take an example. For example, they may ask you, what is 20% of 500, right? To solve this, let's understand the generic question of what is x percent of y. Okay, you already know it is x percent, which means x units, or it can be marks or anything, x units out of 100 units, right? X percent means x units out of 100. So out of 100 you have x, whether it is marks or maybe some goods, x goods out of 100 goods, right? Or x pizzas out of 100 pizzas, right? So that way. But now we want to find out how much it would be out of y. Okay, I don't want out of 100, I know it, I somehow want to bring y here. So let's divide both the sides by 100. So this implies x by 100 units out of 1 unit. 100 by 100 is nothing but 1, no? Correct, no? So this becomes 100 by 100. I divide both the sides by 100. But I need y here. So I multiply both sides by y. So x by 100 into y units out of y units. So this is the answer. This is what we need to calculate. Now let's see. 20% of 500, right? 20% of 500. Now in our example, this is x and this is y. So 20% of 500 is nothing but 20 by 100 into 500. Correct, no? This is x and this is y. This is what I am doing. Is equal to this gone, this gone, this gone, this gone. This is nothing but 100. So 20% of 500 is actually 100, right? Good. So let's move on to the next problem. All right. All right. Okay. So let's take the second problem, right? 25% of 80 students, okay, in a class are boys. How many girls? Girls in class, right? So there is a class, 25% of the 80 students. So there are 80 students in a class. Out of them, 25% of these students are boys and the remaining are girls. We need to find out what is the number of girl students in the class. Okay. So total number of students in the class is of students is equal to 80. Okay. Percentage of boys in class is 25%. Okay. Therefore, number of boys is 25% of 80, right? If there are 100 students, there would be 25 boys. Okay, 25% means 25 out of 100. But the class does not have 100 students, it has only 80. So I am going to find out 25% of 80 is how much? Remember, 25 by 100 into 80 from our previous discussion. So this gone, or rather I'll write it as 100. 25 ones are 25 fours are 100, 4 ones are 4 20s are. So it is 20. What is 20? Number of boys in the class is 20. If a number of girls is total minus number of boys. Correct, no? Total is 80, boys are 20, so girls are 60. So answer, class has 60 girl students, and I am very proud of this class. Girls are coming out, they are studying hard, they are attending classes in huge numbers, right? And that's a very proud thing for all of us, right? Parents should support their daughters to come out, learn, become good human beings, have a good respectable position in the society when they grow up, which would be only possible if they study and do something in their life. All right, good. So with that, we'll move on to the next problem. Okay, 7%. Okay, now this is the third problem. Let's see what it says. Okay, third problem is %7 of a number is 35. What is that number? Okay, all right. So there is a number. We don't know what is that number, but 7% of that number is 35. So let's find out. Let the number be y. Okay, so 7% of y is 35. Okay, so what does 7% of y mean? 7 by 100 into y is 35, right? So I am going to multiply both sides by 7 by 100 into y into 100 by 7. Okay, I am going to multiply both sides by 100 by 7 into 100 to keep equality between the left hand side and the right hand side. And why am I doing this? So that I get to cancel these guys and y is left alone on the left hand side, right? So it becomes y is equal to 35 into 100 by 7 is nothing but 7 on the 7 5s. So it is 500. So y is 500. So that number which we assumed as y is 500. Let's do a cross check. 7% of 500, is it 35? 7 by 100 into 500, gone. 7 5s are 35, which is correct. 7% of 500 is 35. So our number which we found out is correct, cross verified. Okay, so I verified that and answer is correct. All right, so this is good. So you can write down the number is 500. Okay, because it's a word problem, you may want to conclude your problem solving, or you conclude your solution rather with a word statement on what the final answer is. All right. Now there are some problems of the type x out of y, find what is the percentage. Okay, so it's like this. Okay, 60 out of 90, what is the percentage? Okay, so 60 out of 90 amounts to how much out of 100, right? Percentage means out of 100. So we'll figure that out. So we'll work out a generic one and then we will solve this. Okay, so x out of y implies, now I need the percentage, so I need something out of 100, right? So I want to get rid of y. I'll divide both sides by y. So x by y out of 1, y by y, correct? No, correct. I am dividing both sides by y so that the balance does not tilt in any, I mean does not, both sides are correct, right. So x by y out of y by y, so it becomes out of 1, y by y is nothing but 1, but I need 100 here, so implies x by y, I multiply both sides by 100 out of 100, right, and anything out of 100 is the percentage, right. So this is the percentage, right. Let's solve that problem. So let's solve this. 60 out of 90, right, implies 60 by 90 out of, let's say 60 marks, okay, so that you can understand it a bit. 60 marks I received out of 90 marks paper, so I divide both sides, so 60 by 90 marks out of 1 mark paper, okay. So if it was a 1 mark paper, I would have received this much, but I need to find out of the 100, right. So I multiply both sides by 100 marks out of 100, multiply this side by 100, that side by 100, so 100 marks, and whatever this is the percentage. So 60 by 90, this is, as you can see, x by y, right. So this was x here and this was y here, so it x by y into 100, right, into 100, gone, right, and 600 by 9. I can further reduce it, saying 2, 3, 2, and this is 3 3s, right. So 200 by 3 is, let's divide it, 3 6 are 18, 2 0, 3 6 are 18, 2, remainder is 2. I can write it as this, correct, no? QR by D format, Q R by D, Q is quotient which is 66, R remainder is 2 here and divisor is 3. So this is the percentage. 66 2 by 3 is the percentage. 60 out of 90 amount to 66 2 by 3 percentage, right, out of 100. All right, so that is good. Let's move on to the next one. Okay, sounds good. Let's move on. So how many of you save your pocket money, right? If not, let's learn it from Sharan. Sharan saves rupees 200 from his monthly pocket money of rupees 500. So every month he is getting pocket money of 500, he saves 200. So now the question is, what percentage is he saving? So what percentage is he saving? So out of 500 he is saving 200. What percentage does it amount to? So pocket money amount is what? Rupees 500. Okay, rupees 500. Amount saved is rupees 200. Okay, percentage saved is what, right? It is 200 out of 500 he is saving, right? It was like our previous discussion we had, 200 out of 500, what percent? Correct, no? All right, so what did we do? This was x, this was y, and we said x by y, that is 200 by 500 into 100. This gone, this gone, this gone, this gone. So this gone, this gone, you cancel this way, right? So it is 200 by 5, it is 40. So this guy is saving 40% of his pocket money each month, right? What percentage is he saving? He is saving 40% of his pocket money. Okay, all right. Now let's solve some problems belonging to another type where there is a percentage increase or decrease in a particular value. Okay, all right. So let's see how we solve such problems, right? Right. Okay. So all right. Now an example is x is 10% more than y, right? X is 10% more than y, right? So what is x actually? Okay, so let's say 10% of 10% of y is nothing but 10 by 100 into y, which is y by 10, correct? So 10% of y is y by 10. So x is nothing but y, it is 10% more than y, right? So y by 10, which is 11y by 10, correct? All right. So this is one thing I wanted to say, right? So y, you know, I mean these are very generic values, right? So first we find out what is 10% of y. It is nothing but y by 10, okay? And x is nothing but 10% more than y. So y plus 10% of y. So it is 11y by 10, right? This is how we solve problems. All right. So let's solve some problem with this. The salary of a person, let's solve the first problem. Salary of a person earning rupees 12,000 was hiked. Hiked means increased by 10%. Okay, let's keep it 10%, by 10%. What was his final salary? So he was getting a salary of 12,000, it was hiked by 10%. So what was his final salary, right? So 10% of what? Rather, let me write down initial salary, okay? So initial salary was rupees 12,000, okay? Percentage hike was 10%, okay? So increase in salary. So what is the increase, right? So increase in salary is nothing but 10% of 12,000, right? So 10% of 12,000 was the hike given to him. It was 10%, but of 10% of what? Of his original salary. So this becomes 10 by 100 into 12,000. So this gone, this gone, this gone, this gone, right? So it amounts to 1200. So he got a increase in salary was 1200 rupees. So final salary becomes initial salary plus increase. initial salary plus hike or increase, initial salary plus increase, right. So, initial salary was 12,000, hike was 1200. So, his final salary is rupees 13,200, right. So, what is his final salary is 13,200, and you definitely deserve a treat from this guy. He got a hike. Okay. If you find this person, please ask him for a party. All right. So, let's move on to the next problem. Okay. So, what is the next question? I hope you understood this. Pretty straightforward. All right. Okay. So, what is the next problem we have? Okay. A number is increased by 30%. Okay, this is an important question. A number is increased by 30% and then by 40%. What is the percentage increase from the beginning? Okay, from the beginning. So, now you may think this is a very simple problem. Why should I even solve it? A number was there, it was increased by 30% and then it was increased by 40%. So, 30 plus 40. So, I guess it should be 70%, right? And if it is a multiple choice question, there would definitely be an option which will say 70%, and you are going to select that and move on to the next problem. Okay. So, that's going to be a trap. We will see why that is the case. Let's start solving this problem. Let the number, I don't know the number, okay, I am going to take the number as, let the number be 100, okay. So, it was increased by 30%, right. So, percentage increase 30. So, increase in real terms is nothing but 30% of 100, right. Here is 30 by 100 into is 30. So, new number after increase of 30%, new number became 100 plus 30% increase. 30% increase is nothing but 30 is equal to 130. So, now the new number is 30 after increasing it by 30%. So, which is correct. Now, it was further increased by 40%. Okay. New percent increase, okay, or percentage increase again. So, what is the percentage increase again is 40. So, it was 40% of this number was increased by 40%. So, what is the 40% of this number? 40% of 130, okay, that is 40 by 100 into 130, this gone, this gone, this gone, this gone is equal to 52. So, when it was increased by 40%, it amounts to 52 units increase. So, final number becomes, final number is this number 130 plus 52, because 52 amounts to 40% increase in this. So, it is 182. The final number is 182, initial number was 100. So, what is the percentage increase from beginning? From beginning, right? Percentage increase from beginning is nothing but increase from beginning, which is 182 minus 100. This is the increase right from beginning by the original number. Okay, the original number is 100. We started with 100, right? So, that is the original into 100 percentage. Okay, that is the formula. Percentage, let me write it down. Percentage increase or decrease is nothing but increase or decrease upon original value into 100. Okay, so that is the formula, but you can, it is very intuitive, you can understand why the formula is coming, right? So now this becomes 82 by 100 into 100. This is gone, so it amounts to 82%, right? So it amounts to 82%. So the percentage increase from the beginning is not 70%, it is 82%, right? This is very important and you should understand this, right? So very important, right? Don't just add them and say it is 70% increase over the beginning, which is incorrect. All right. Let's move on to the next problem, right? Now this is a case wherein we offer some discount, right? So let's see how we find out the price when some discount was offered. Okay, all right. So I hope you understood this, okay, and the formula is clear. All right, chalo. Let me, if you want, I'll write down the formula once again. Percentage increase or decrease, okay, so it can be increase or decrease, is nothing but whatever the increase or decrease is in absolute terms, increase or decrease by original value into 100. Okay, all right. Similarly, there would be a problem wherein there is error in measurement. So percentage error is nothing but error in absolute value, absolute term, divided by original value into 100, right? Sometimes this and this will be given, you have to find out this. Sometimes this and this will be given, you have to find out this. Okay, so I'll just leave it as it is, okay, and we will move on with our next problem. Okay, so third problem, an article priced at rupees 18,000, okay, was sold at 15% discount okay. What is the final selling price? What is the final selling price? Okay, can I use this formula? Okay, let's see, right? 15% discount, okay, so basically it's a decrease in the price. When you are offering a discount, it is percentage decrease. Okay, so I am going to use this formula. I am going to substitute 15 here is equal to, I don't know what is the amount of decrease in the money, but I am going to write here decrease. Original value was 18,000, it was to be sold at 18,000, okay, into 100, right? So how much decrease in absolute terms in rupees I will find out here. Let's solve this problem. So decrease is 15 into 18,000 by 100. Is it right? Okay. So this gone, this gone, this gone, this gone. So 15 into 180. 180 into 15 is nothing but 1800 plus 900, 2700, right? So it rupees, the decrease of 2700 is what the article is the discount offered on. So if this is the decrease, final selling price would be original price minus discount, correct? No, original price is 18,000 minus 2700, it amounts to rupees 15,300, am I right? So final selling price is 15,300. Okay, so this is how I found out using this formula. Okay, so if you don't want to use the formula, then you can also solve it using this. Okay, let's not use the formula this time. Okay, so I am going to say original price is equal to rupees 18,000. We are going to use our common sense. Okay, we have always availed offers wherein we were presented with goods at a discounted price, we have taken. So now we know actually how it works. So we are going to use that common sense and solve this. An article was priced at 18,000. Good. Sold at 15% discount. So percentage discount is 15. So discount amount is how much? Okay, I am going to write there. So discount amount would be 15% of original price, correct? No, it is offering me a discount of 15% on the original value or original price. Okay, so 15% of original price is what? Is 18,000. Okay, original price is 18,000, so 15% of that amounts to this gone rupees 2,700. Now I have not used this formula at all, but I came out with a discount amount of 2,700. Final selling price is original price minus discount. This is correct, right? So without knowing the formula, but I hope you understood, right, how we solve problems, right? Good. Main important thing is understanding, right? Formula, applying it into a formula is secondary, but understand what you are doing, why you are doing. All right. Now the last problem, right? So we will see. All right. So this is the last problem for the day. And I'm sure you understood everything so far. So that makes me happy. Okay. Now the last problem. Okay. I'm also running out of marker. Okay. Hopefully this works. Height of a boy who was 7 feet tall was incorrectly reported as 6 feet. What is the percentage error? Percentage error. Now there was a formula. Remember, I told you the formula. Percentage error is error by original value into 100. Okay. Now percentage error we need to find. What is the error? 7 feet minus 6 feet. Okay. 1 feet error. Okay. So 1. Original value was 7 into 100 is the percentage error. So 100 by 7 is the percentage error, which is nothing but 700, 7, 30, 7 4s are 28, remainder is 2. q r by d format we write in a mixed fraction. So we write it as a mixed fraction as q is 14, quotient is 14, remainder is 2 and divisor is 7. So q r by d format, this is the percentage error. Okay. All right. So this is the way you can solve this problem. Okay, good. So very good, very nice. I think with that we have come to the end of today's session. Hope you liked today's session and you learnt it, some of the good things, right? You understood what percentages are, and hopefully now next time when your exam results are out, you would be able to verify whether the percentage reported in your mark sheet is exactly what it should be and it is not incorrect, right? And so please tell this tell about these videos to your friend, subscribe, leave a like and hit the bell icon so that whenever I upload a new video, you guys are one of the first people to actually view them. Okay, so that brings us to the end of this session today, and till we meet next time, take care, God bless, bye bye.